Hey everybody, my name is Josh Miller and I'm doing my video reflection on Module 2. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. The first question that was asked was just to describe like a recent event that I had trying to update an app or to install an app. And I actually had an experience. It's kind of funny. Today I was trying to do an assignment, and to get the assignment done, I had to download an app called Microsoft OneNote. It's a part of the Microsoft 365 deal, and I just had a super bad experience. It was super stressful. So what had happened is I had incorporated with like the OneDrive with Kansas State. I was at Kansas State last year. And so Microsoft 365 was set up all through that K-State email and everything. But what had happened is when I closed it down, they wouldn't let me open it back up anymore. So that was obviously a problem because I had to get the assignment done and I needed the Microsoft OneNote. And so what I had to do was I had to pretty much make a whole new password to reset everything, and then try to log back into my whole K-State password and kind of close that down and open up my own personal one through Microsoft. So I got all that figured out. It took me 30 minutes. I was super stressed out. Probably shouldn't have been stressed out, but I was. But what had happened when I got done, which is kind of funny, I'd never seen it happen before. It changed the whole format of OneNote, and I was just kind of ticked off and upset because I was like, I need to get this done. This isn't set up right. It isn't set up how the app usually is set up and how the teacher is explaining it that it's set up. So that was just super stressful, just trying to download that and trying to get it fixed. But it all worked out, got it done, and we're all good now. The second question that I need to reflect on is, have I ever created a PDF? What did I think of the process, and how can this be used in my teaching career? So actually, I never created a PDF before. I've done a lot of different projects and used a lot of different things like PowerPoint, Excel, spreadsheets, stuff like that. But I never created a PDF, especially from a website. It was kind of confusing at first, and I went through this whole process of trying to download Adobe Acrobat and just different things. And as soon as I got it all downloaded, I went to my educational website, which was iReady. It's a website that we use in the schools a lot, and it's awesome because it teaches the kids so much. I almost think that you wouldn't need a teacher to even teach the kids, because this website teaches them literally lesson by lesson, and it measures their progress, and it shows them how to do it. Granted, it would get super boring after a while, but you could, if you really wanted to, not have a teacher, and they would teach through this. I don't recommend that because teachers are awesome, and I want to be a teacher. But it's just a super awesome website. And so I never made a PDF before, but I went, and as soon as I got everything downloaded, I went to I read the directions like it was saying. I get mixed up. And I read the directions, I went to file, print, and then it was there. I saw save as a PDF, and then it saved it as a PDF, and I was like, oh my gosh, I just went through this whole process trying to make this PDF, and now all I had to do was just click download on this one little button on the print. But I got it all figured out, and so it wasn't too bad. It was a little confusing at first, but once I read the directions and did what I was supposed to do, then it worked out. Some ways that I think you could use this in a classroom setting so far, I'm not super experienced with it, but a way I could see you using it in a classroom would be making worksheets for kids. You can go onto educational websites, and you can take their website and turn it into a PDF super quick, and then you can print that PDF right there for the kids right away. It'd take like 5 minutes to make the worksheet. Or like different things you can do is like if you have to create a file for the kids to take home or something like that, you can print it off real quick, make it into a PDF, and you can print it off, send it home with the kids. But yeah, so far that's how I see you could use creating PDFs in the classroom. The last question I needed to respond to was, have I ever used a webcam to record yourself? I've used webcams before, obviously through like Skype or FaceTime or the new apps that we got going on with Apple and the iPhones and all the new technology. It's crazy. There's a lot of technology that I don't even know how to run anymore. It's blowing my mind. But anyway, so I've used this stuff before. I've never used it on an assignment. I think one time up at K-State, I created it's called a Mabira, and it's an instrument, and I had to show how to create the instrument through video. But that's the closest thing I think I've used it for. Honestly, it's not that hard. Especially with this photo booth app, you can just download it, and then it'll go straight onto your videos, and then you can upload it into the assignment part. I think this could be huge in classrooms. One way I see it being huge in a classroom is through assignments. Kids can be so creative using video. They can act out stuff. You can have them act out stuff. That's just a fun way to do it. Do like role playing. Like if you're trying to teach certain like life skills or anything like that, you can have them role play and get into like a different role and act things out. You can have them do video responses like this, which just helps them work on communication skills. Maybe one other way would be using creativity to make movies or just things like that. But I think videos can be super huge because it opens up the kid's mind and it allows them to be creative with what they're learning in school, and it makes it more fun. Like I remember when I was a kid and doing education, we didn't have any of this. So we didn't make videos, we didn't make movies, we didn't have GarageBand, but we can use all this technology to our advantage as teachers. We don't have to be boring teachers who never let kids do anything with technology because kids love technology, but we can use it to our advantage and take it into the classroom and combine it with our teaching. And we can bring it into our pedagogy, if that's the correct way to use that term. But we can bring it in and we can incorporate it with the things that we can teach, and the kids will love it. They'll eat it up, and I think it could honestly give a kid a desire to just keep learning, keep using their creativity, and they'll just build on that. And I feel like partly as a teacher, that's what we're trying to do. Yes, we want to teach them the material, but we also want to spark in them a desire for creativity and for learning so that when they go home, they're not just like, I just want to play video games, but they're going home and they're like, I want to create something, or I want to build something, or I want to even study math problems. Like, I think as teachers, that's partially our job, is to get them excited about education and learning. And if we can do that, we have done so much more than just taught them a simple math problem. And technology is one great way to do this, especially videos, and just allowing the kids to use their creativity to pull this off. But yeah, that's my response to this. Using video is honestly super great. I like it. It's helping me with my communication skills, and I obviously see areas where I need to work on it, but I've enjoyed it. Hopefully, I haven't submitted it yet, but I assume it's not going to be super incredibly hard, but we'll find out. Yeah, thank you for listening, and I'm excited for this semester. So, see you later.